Good afternoon. My name is Megan Sauer, and I'm a research assistant with the National Children's Center for Rural and Agricultural Health and Safety. Today's presentation is on interactive learning labs, lessons learned. With help from Marsha Salzwedel, project scientist on this project, I will inform you how successful learning labs can help prevent agricultural related injuries and illness. Agriculture is one of the most dangerous occupations in the United States. Agriculture, fishing, and forestry has the highest rate of injuries and fatalities of all industries. It's also the only worksite where children may be present. This may be due to children of farm families helping out with farm chores or farm families not being able to afford childcare. So the working parent or parents bring their child onto the worksite to look after and care for them. These factors together show a need to raise awareness of agricultural hazards, and we provide knowledge of and access to resources for farmers and employees and others who work with farmers. They may not be aware of risks and hazards in agricultural environments, and they may not know about or use the resources available to address agricultural hazards. The goal of this project is to conduct and evaluate a learning lab to determine if participation increases participant awareness of safety hazards and motivate participants to use the learning lab resources and activities. What is a learning lab? A learning lab consists of hands-on activities on various topics designed to educate participants on agricultural hazards, protective strategies, resources, and tools, all of which can be used to prevent injuries and illness. One example of a hands-on learning lab activity would be a demonstration with included information on hearing loss prevention, how to properly insert formable earplugs, and a hearing loss simulator to experience what you would hear if you developed noise-induced hearing loss. Other examples would be an ATV aware or agritourism safety lab. The methods that we use for this project includes facilitating the learning labs as a pre-conference session at the Agricultural Safety and Health Council of America Summit, and we invited 16 organizations to participate in the learning labs. Some were past participants in childhood ag injury prevention workshops held in 2018 and 2019. Others were identified by the National Farm Medicine Center staff or referred by others in the National Farm Medicine Center network. And communication for the invites was primarily by email. When we sent out the invites for organizations to facilitate a learning lab, there were requirements for participation. First, activities must be interactive, where the participant actually do something themselves. For example, in an egg injury news learning lab, the participant would learn how to search egginjurynews.org for articles on egg-related injuries and fatalities. Second, they must provide facilitators for the activity. And they would also collect information during the lab and participate in a post-event survey. Facilitators were invited via phone or email, though email was the primary communication. Some did have follow-up phone calls. There's no cost to participate or promote their resources. They are able to reach a varied audience, such as personnel in agribusiness or safety and health professionals. They were also given an opportunity to exhibit. There was no price break with the exhibitor, but they do have early setup and have the same location. While facilitating their labs, facilitators will track and collect number of attendees at each table, participant comments while they're engaging in a learning lab, and participant contact information. And they can collect this by the participant dropping in their business card, writing contact information on a card provided, and we will also incentivize people dropping in their contact information by drawing cards for door prizes. Our evaluation method would include evaluating both facilitators and participants. This includes information collected during the event. It also includes a follow-up survey where we use contact information collected during the event used to invite Learning Lab participants. It will be conducted 2 to 3 months post-event, and the purpose of this survey is to assess awareness and knowledge gain and determine if participants use activities or resources from the event. For results, of the 16 organizations we invited, 13 organizations agreed to participate, giving us 14 hands-on interactive activities. Unfortunately, we were unable to facilitate the Learning Labs due to the Ashka Summit being rescheduled. The new date for the summit is March 22nd through the 24th of 2021. The majority of the 2020 participating organizations have committed to participate in the rescheduled event. We anticipate sharing more outcomes at the 2021 ISASH conference. Successful learning labs could have a positive impact on agricultural injury prevention in several ways. To raise awareness on agricultural hazards, educate participants on egg injury prevention strategies, motivate participants to use resources, which could result in decreased number of injuries in the agricultural industry. This model could also be added to other agricultural related conferences to reach a wider audience, such as insurance or banking conferences. A Learning Lab mini project was added to the outreach section of the proposal for the NCRAS renewal. That concludes today's presentation on Interactive Learning Labs Lessons Learned. If you have any questions regarding the Learning Lab project or the centers in general, you can connect with us by telephone, email, or one of our social media platforms. Thank you.